President Donald Trump has lashed out at the Justice Department after FBI agents raided the home and office of his longtime personal attorney. Michael Cohen has been under intense public scrutiny over a $130,000 payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels, who says that she had sex with Trump more than a decade ago. A person familiar with the case said agents seized evidence as part of an investigation into possible campaign finance violations and bank fraud. President Trump called the raid a disgrace and talked about the possibility of firing special counsel Robert Mueller.
WCCO chief political reporter Pat Kessler joins us live in studio today. Pat, checking for the latest tweets from the president?
Nothing in the last hour.
Okay. Earlier this morning, though, he had an all-caps tweet. And that means business.
Yeah, he says a total witch hunt, again, referring to the idea that this investigation into Russian collusion, possible Russian collusion, meddling in the American election, that's all fake. He also says that he may want to do something about Robert Mueller. And he went off yesterday, as many people saw, went off about the Attorney General, went off about Ron Rosenstein, who's heading the investigation, went off about a lot of Republicans, the state's attorney in New York. All of these people, Republicans, he goes off about them.
Right. Well, we know that people on both sides of the aisle, Democrats and Republican lawmakers, have warned the president not to fire Robert Mueller. Is it a possibility?
Well, yeah, I think it really is. And the president yesterday said that attorney-client privilege is dead. We got to talk about that a little bit. But I think it is. He raised that possibility about the Attorney General. He raised the possibility about Robert Mueller. And so it would be really something politically. It could be a catastrophe for the president. But he doesn't appear to care very much about what most people think. So this is a president who says he's going to be disruptive. And he is.
Let me ask you about the attorney-client privilege question, because I think a lot of us feel like, hey, if I have a conversation with a lawyer, that the federal government's not going to come in there and raid the records and see what we talked about.
Yeah, we got to talk about this because the president said a couple of things yesterday, including that people broke into his lawyer's office. Not true. This was a judge granting a search warrant and a magistrate inspecting the warrant before it went in. That's number one. But attorney-client privilege does not extend to the possibility that the attorney and the client are colluding on something illegal. It also does not extend to the payments, perhaps, to the adult film actress, because the president said he didn't know anything about it. Michael Cohen said the president didn't. He did it all on his own, went to the bank, got a loan, may not have told the truth when he got a loan. That's not attorney-client privilege, and that may
be an attorney potentially breaking the law.
Yeah, and so this is possible.
Violation.
Yeah, and bank fraud. This could be all of that. So it's not attorney-client privilege. One more thing about all this, that in fact the president and Michael Cohen, if there is some attorney-client privilege in there, they sort through that and they take it out. So it's only the things that the investigation is going for.
All right, and real quick about Attorney General Jeff Sessions, even the president was going off about him,
this? Yeah.
You know, for recusing himself in the Russia investigation. Could he be fired?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, everything is on the table, and it's all complicated because, in fact, we have some really serious issues with Syria and the chemical poisoning of men, women, and children there, and the possibility of a military strike. So all of this is conflated now, and it's hard to separate the two. But yeah, this is something we all have to watch really carefully in the next couple of days.
It'll be a busy day for sure today. Thanks, Pat.
And you can watch for Pat on the news at 5 and 6.